First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Kamara trying the right side. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, pick your game up. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
I'm coming. Mike 56. Mike 56. Just like that. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. 56. Bandit.
On on 2nd and inches. Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And some room to work. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Fields on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. The Bears at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
On second down, Montgomery. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Tell me I didn't just see these first two possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. So we got man. Hey, Mike 20.
Now Fields. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Under 10.
Fields. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On first down, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Fields to Mooney. Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
56 to Mark, boys, 56.
Montgomery back to the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Fields now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
56 to Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. 56.
Back to throw, Fields. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, it's Fields. And again, back to Kmet. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing again is Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Mike 20.
Here's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have moved out in front. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Winston now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And the big fella stumped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 56, Mike, 56. Let's go. Mike, 50.
To throw is Fields.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
56, Mike, 56.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Yeah. You don't want to know.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, 51 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, go Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I don't think you got it.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From 28 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 31.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He gets it to Thomas.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Dallas.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Winston.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 if they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Winston to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
A give running right is Evans. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Shoot!
They'll try and run for it with Evans. Oh, he's got a little daylight. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those top gear you can get into. This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.